Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Detroit Lions. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Miller. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Holloway, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Miller.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 20.
Back to throw. Miller. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Miller.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And now another one thrown incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
Yards that time on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Tate.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Tate. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and fake with the best double. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Off the play fake. Tate. Wright's got him.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Off play action. Tate. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Dorsey.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Tate. And he fends him off. He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go. 50, green.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football. And that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Miller throwing to start the drive.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Off the play fake, Miller. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Miller. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Miller now looking to throw on 2nd down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Holloway across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.